Manna is a nonprofit, affordable home ownership and community development corporation that works to help people purchase homes that have never purchased before, never had that opportunity. We named it Manna because it comes out of the Bible, where the Hebrew slaves escaped from Egypt into the wilderness and they only had what was on their backs. God provided food for them and they called it manna. The thought of a low-income person buying a home was a very difficult thing, and to be able to own a home was like a gift from God, especially for these families. And we called it manna, manna from heaven.
What really makes Manna unique, we do everything in-house. We have all of the real estate disciplines to do a real estate project. Being our own general contractor, having our own marketing staff, we have our own architects, and on. We have it all.
We're a developer for low-income people and low-income neighborhoods to help people in the neighborhood stay, help people own something, help people improve it.
Manna is one of the only organizations that I know of here in the city that is doing what they can to offer home ownership to individuals who may not otherwise be able to purchase a home.
It was wonderful. It was like, oh my God, my own home, finally.
When I got to my house, I laid on the floor and I screamed and I yelled and I was like, I did it, I did it. I was so excited.
It's my first home. I'm a Washingtonian, and when I qualified for this one, I just was ecstatic.
I never thought I would even own a home. And I always had the dream, but owning it is a real great feeling. It's a real good feeling.
I like most about the house is my backyard. It's completely quiet in the back, and I'm in the city, but I feel like I'm also in the country. And it's mine. All mine.
All her sisters that live in this country, in this area, they have been in this country for more than 20 years and they don't own a house. She's the first one. Mm-hmm.
She liked it the most. She said that this is a pretty house. Yeah, she always invite people to say, come to my pretty house, she always say.
The district needs more affordable housing, and Manna has been a pioneer and a very solid contributor to affordable housing in the district.
I couldn't have done it without Manna. They just taught me, they put everything at my disposal, you know, the mortgage companies, the lenders, the people that did the title search and all that stuff. All that was just like new to me. And Manna's program helped facilitate all those kind of things.
Most of our buyers come from families that have never owned property. They don't understand the process of becoming homeowners. They don't understand all of the benefits. They don't understand the responsibilities. We have people on staff who can help them through that process.
Manna's biggest help and biggest, my God, attribute to almost who I am now as a homeowner was the Home Buyers Club.
We have several individuals who are interested in becoming first-time homebuyers, but don't know what they need to do. So what we do is walk them or show them what they need to do.
I've learned how to be on a budget, how to stay on a budget.
My credit is A1, and that's because one of the things I learned in the Home Buyers Club was you pay your bills on time and how important that was.
She went through the training here at Manna in basically the purchase process, how to check for interest rates, how to look for a house.
Savings is not only important before you get in the house to help you to get through closing costs and all, but it's also important after, because there might be emergencies that might occur.
It helped me understand that something that I didn't understand before about really owning a home. You know, that I was responsible for it, you know, and all the things that are in it.
Once you've moved in, we have a little course on how to maintain the house. Just some basic things, changing a filter, because it's important.
They become long-term homeowners, they realize the benefits, and they stay in their homes a long time. We started the first nonprofit mortgage company in Washington, D.C., Manna Mortgage.
Manna Mortgage is dedicated to working with lower-income clients in the district who don't get good service from traditional mortgage companies because of their credit or their income profile. We work with a lot of folks that aren't quite yet mortgage ready, and very potentially would pay much higher interest rates and fees.
We operate very much like a business, very organized. We go at these things. This is not just do-goodism. This is actually, run like a business that has to make its payday, that has to make sure that it's breaking even here and you're not losing money.
We're not a traditional community development corporation that focuses on bricks and sticks. We're developing people and place.
We do multifamily ownership more than any other nonprofit in the city. We do condominiums, we do co-ops, limited equity co-ops. We get involved in helping low-income tenants buy their rental buildings.
We went into a 136-unit building. The residents didn't believe what we were telling them, is that the owner's going to sell the property and that you have an opportunity to buy that building. Well, they bought the building. We're educating the tenants on their rights, and we're offering our technical expertise in the construction process, the design process, and the financing process. So what do we get out of it? Instead of getting displaced and moved out of the neighborhood, I can live in this building now because it's a long-term affordable rental property.
They were vacant buildings, rundown buildings.
What we wanted to do was create housing that we could afford.
We had to, at that point, go to Manna and say, listen, this is our idea.
We worked with them to come up with a plan.
They could see the vision and they thought it was a great idea as well, and they took a chance.
That's the goal, to get the local folks to participate in the process through learning about home ownership, becoming a homeowner, and participating in creating a healthy community for generations after generation after generation. We're not creating affordable housing just to make ourselves look good. We're doing it because there's a need there.
One of the things we realized as we grew here at Manna was that the small condos that we developed needed good management. And right now we manage over 15 small community associations, and that's over 250 units within the associations. And our goal is to make sure they succeed. They became homeowners. We want to make sure and see that they stay homeowners. And since we've been here, we have not lost an association to foreclosure. Our goal is to produce stronger neighborhoods, which in turn helps produce a strong city.
We're not just developing one house or one building in one neighborhood. We're going to try and have an impact, so we develop a number of homes and work with the community in a number of different ways, so that through that work, the neighborhood is changed and there's a much more livable neighborhood for people to raise their families in.
It's called reinvestment. If you get the people first, get them into the homes, get them with living wage jobs, if there are services within the community for them to use other than going outside of the community to find those services, then we reinvest.
Manna has been in existence since 1982. I think Manna has had, if all, 4 foreclosures. So it's been exceptionally successful.
Manna conducts its advocacy work through and in connection with the Housing Advocacy Team, which is comprised of affordable homeowners, people that are interested in becoming affordable homeowners in the district, and then other supportive housing advocates, both DC residents and people from outside the district as well. And the major focus of HAT, Housing Advocacy Team, is to focus on supportive public policy and resource allocation for affordable housing, asset building, economic advancement as it's connected with housing. Members of HAT spend time testifying at public hearings, whether at the City Council and then also at different DC government agencies. And they also spend time meeting one-on-one with City Council members, their staff, and the heads of different government agencies. And this has been so important in changing public policy that affects affordable housing in general, but then also low and moderate income homeowners that are involved in these different affordable homeownership projects that the city supports.
Like other nonprofits, we at Manna are driven by our mission to serve those who need our help. And like other nonprofits, we depend upon our donors to help us make those services available for those who depend upon us. Individuals and families who make Manna a charitable priority in their annual giving, and corporations that recognize the value of what we bring to the community are more than partners with Manna, they're part of the Manna family. Every year we have to raise at Manna in excess of $1.5 million to keep our properties affordable for the low-income families we serve, manage the properties we have built, provide homebuyer education, credit counseling, and mortgage guidance, while continuing to search for new available properties in the district that we can rehabilitate for affordable housing. To accomplish our $1.5 million goal, we have our various annual giving campaigns, as well as 2 events. Each fall, the Friends of Manna host a reception at which we auction items to raise the needed funds for Manna. In the spring, runners, racers, and walkers gather for a 5K in one of DC's noble parks to raise funds as well. It is the race for affordable housing. So please know that you're welcome to join the ever-growing Manna family that seeks to preserve the best of our neighborhoods while serving and helping and improving the lives of those who need us.
Some people would say it's like manna from heaven. It's sort of like a dream, a vision of hoping and believing that things are possible.
I still have times where I don't really believe that I'm here, but I know that I've just been blessed. I've been blessed.
I just feel that I'm a very proud homeowner.
Feliz, feliz. Very happy.
Both of my children are now homeowners from me becoming a homeowner, so it's been passed on, and you know, that was my ultimate. Since I was the first homeowner in my family, my ultimate was to show my children that this is something that's attainable for you.
I think many operations could look to Manna for guidance as to how to do this thing right.
What Manna is about is creating hope and a sense of community underneath it all and through it all.
Amen.